Then it counts.
Right. We go back to the finals now. Here are a couple of players who've had an impact on their respective teams this postseason. Mikal Bridges has played a vital role since Game 4 of the first round. Landry Shamet has been a pleasant surprise for the Knicks. Additionally, Devin Vassell and Julian Champagny have shot well from 3 this postseason for San Antonio. So, who are we sleeping on in this series? Who have we not talked enough about, Monica?
I'm going to start with OG Anunoby on the Knicks side of the house. And then I actually think there's still a Stephon Castle conversation left to be had on the San Antonio side of the house. I was looking last night, getting ready for this. There's some interesting stats around the corner threes in particular. And that's one of the things the Knicks did exceptionally well this season. OG Anunoby has been so incredibly efficient on both sides of the basketball. I mean, before he went out with that hamstring, he was shooting pretty close to 60% from the field and right around 50% from the three-point line, and he still has drawn the assignment of oftentimes defending the best player on the opponent's squad. And so I just think his efficiency, getting into passing lanes, creating deflections, like if he does draw the bulk of the weight of terms of trying to slow Victor Wembanyama, which we all know is an incredible task. Hey, Pumpkin. Oh, hey, sweetie pie. It was a baby on screen.
She does
She's so adorable. If he draws the bulk of that assignment and can this is why I'm saying it.
Yeah.
If he draws that assignment, can actually slow the big man and still maintain his efficiency, like we're going to have a conversation about it if this thing goes in favor of New York.
Mikal Bridges.
Okay, I like that too.
That's where I'm going with. Listen, athletes say it all the time, keep the same energy, keep the same energy. And I appreciate that. I can't stand mentally weak where you sit up there and you're being fed and they take everything like you know you talked about their mama or something. It's ridiculous, okay? It's soft as hell. But I have no problem with you saying keep the same energy. I was all over Mikal Bridges.
And was.
All over him. I ain't apologizing for 1 second. He deserved it. And damn it, they should be thanking me because the brother has looked marvelous ever since. He's looked marvelous, okay? I mean, this man, the way he has looked over the last 6 or 7 games, averaging over 19 points, better than 60% shooting from the field, better than 40% shooting for three-point range. This is what we wanted. We ain't asking you to be the Greek.
You want to give a nod, by the way, to Worldwide West?
Not him taking credit.
You
killing me taking credit. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Wait. You want to give some credit?
Out of control.
Criticizing that pick.
Come on.
I have texted him in the middle of the day of a show and a commercial.
Can I
say,
defend
get
myself?
off.
No,
not yet.
We don't want to hear it.
Wait, I ain't got the accusation out there yet. Don't criticize Bridges for the compensation. And by the way, that's why you amass first-round picks, so you can use them to bring in a guy like Bridges. So Worldwide did a hell of a job.
You're leaving out the fact that you agreed with me once you heard my explanation. Here's what happened. Mikal Bridges was playing horribly. And you don't give up 6 picks, maybe 4 unprotected first-round picks and 2 swaps for a non-all-star for him to come in and average 7 points on 28% shooting. Yeah. That was unacceptable. It was unacceptable. I called it out. This brother, ever since then, has stepped up, and he has looked great. Over 19 a game, 60+% shooting from the field, 40+% shooting from three.
Can
I defend myself?
No, not yet.
Don't want to hear it.
Wait, I ain't got the accusation out there yet. Don't criticize Bridges for the compensation. And by the way, that's why you amass first-round picks, so you can use them to bring in a guy like Bridges. So Worldwide did a hell of a job.
You're leaving out the fact that you agreed with me once you heard my explanation. Here's what happened. Mikal Bridges was playing horribly. And you don't give up 6 picks, maybe 4 unprotected first-round picks and 2 swaps for a non-all-star for him to come in and average 7 points on 28% shooting. Yeah. That was unacceptable. It was unacceptable. I called it out. This brother, ever since then, has stepped up, and he has looked great. Over 19 a game, 60+% shooting from the field, 40+% shooting from three-point range. By the way, corner threes, wing threes, pull-up jumpers, moving without the basketball, giving you the space that you need.
That's
making
why they
sure that. Hold on, wait a minute. The point that I'm making is this.
That's why they did it.
What I was saying is that you wasn't getting that. And even though you don't have to be the all-star, you don't have to be some all-world player, but you got to do why they got you there. Whatever it was that they got, whatever reason they brought you from Brooklyn, and before that you was in Phoenix, and by the way, a starter and an Iron Man and somebody you could depend on.
Team in the
you
finals.
needed to be that guy, and he wasn't. He is now. And let me tell you something right now. The New York Knicks, I'm going to say it right now, You ain't winning no damn championship without Mikal Bridges. You need Mikal Bridges to be who he has been over these last 6 or 7 games in order for the New York Knicks to win the chip. And by the way, we know he can defend. This is where it's key, too, for me, the biggest thing. Wemby on the perimeter. Yeah, you don't need him and Bridges and Anunoby guarding Wemby down low. But when he's on the perimeter, whether it's OG size, because the man is a linebacker playing basketball, okay, or you've got Mikal Bridges, long and lanky and obviously an elite defender. He does that in this series, particularly against Wemby. That is going to help the Knicks immensely.
I will say this about Mikal Bridges. He's the lone Knick that has started a finals game.
Yeah.
He's the only one. Now, you could use championship DNA in terms of college experience with Brunson, et cetera. But let's keep that in mind.
It's Anunoby, I think, for all the reasons that Monica outlined. And it's an incredible ask. Asking him to go up against the player of a generation. That's because that's what he's going to be. I mean, nobody is arguing that projection. Let me say this about the Knicks to go off-road a little bit. You know, Stephen A., you are too young. You weren't even born yet. I was young. And the Knicks of the championship years of 70 and 73.
I was born.
Finals, barely.
Yes.
Got to the final, won twice, got to the finals 3 times. They were an ensemble. And you mentioned what they're going to have from Bridges. They're going to have it from all of them. That was the secret of those teams that you had it from, not just Willis and not just Clyde, but you had it, from DeBusschere, and you had it from Bradley, and you had it from Barnett, and then you had it from Monroe. You had to have it from all of them. That's what this Knicks team has in common to me, remembering back to childhood days of that Knicks team, those Knicks teams. You got to have it from all of them.
But here's the thing. You hope rather from these dudes. I'm talking about outside of Brunson. You knew what Reed, Clyde, Black Jesus, Earl of Pearl Monroe, Bill Bradley, Dave DeBusschere. You knew what these are 5 guys that's the all-time NBA 75th anniversary team. You don't see anybody outside of Brunson that you looking at the New York Knicks like that. So this is different. And the makeup might be the same.
Right.
The difference is we're hoping with them. You expected that with the 70 and the 73 team.
To that end, that is what this 11-game stretch in particular, and you could extend that out to the couple other games prior to the consecutive wins. But to that end, and after the Eastern Conference Finals win, I had the chance to talk to Walt Clyde Frazier, and he said exactly that, which was, and he doesn't throw that around lightly. He said the thing about this group that reminds him of his group is there's more than one way they can get it done. You stop one thing, another thing has emerged, and he's like, the variety of ways in which they can attack and be successful reminds him of those championship teams, and that is not praise that he offers.
And let me tell you, that's one of the great things about Walt Clyde Frazier. First of all, we appreciate the 2 championships. Okay, we appreciate that 37 he dropped in the Game 7. We appreciate the championship. We know who the hell Walt Clyde Frazier is.
The one and only, baby.
The one and only. Swishing and dishing and all of this other. We appreciate it, right? But he will call them out. Make no mistake. He's the one dude that historically has been an honest broker about the New York Knicks through their years of purgatory and ineptitude. And it's changing now. So listen to Clyde Frazier. But in the end, it's going to come down to them being together. I get it. But you got to elevate your level of play. You got to elevate. You can't be stagnant.
But not just one guy elevating.
All of them.
That's that team concept. I asked Walt Frazier about this, and he said the 70 team particularly, that was before Monroe got there, was quintessential team basketball. I don't know what higher praise you can have. That's what in the 11-game streak we've been seeing from the Knicks, that you can't sleep on any of them.
No.
And so they're going to have that starting.
You can't sleep on any of them if they're making shots. See what happens? That's